Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? I know it's been a while, but there's been a lot of zombies out there and a lot of recipe testing. But here's what I have for you tonight. I'm gonna make some red beans and rice, vegan zombie style. Dun, dun, dun. Cooking with the vegan zombie. Well, we've got 2 cups of veggie stock boiling. Everybody knows how to make rice. I'm using jasmine rice because it cooks really quickly in about 15 to 20 minutes. If you're a brown ricer, just plan on a little bit more cooking time. But we're gonna season our veggie stock even more with some salt, some pepper, and some garlic powder. We're gonna add the juice of 2 delicious limes. And last but not least, 1 cup of rice. We'll dump it in, bring it to a boil, cover it, and let it simmer for 20 minutes. I got a cast iron skillet on medium-high heat, and I put in about 3 tablespoons of refined coconut oil. That's the kind that can take high heat. It's not virgin. I'm gonna add 1 large onion that I chopped up into a medium dice. Sizzle. And I'm gonna cook these for about 5 minutes until they get a nice brownish color to them. All right, I'm starting to get some brown on my onions, so I'm gonna add 1 cup of chopped seitan sausage. You can see how I make this sausage in a video that we posted at the end of last year. Our seitan's starting to color up really nicely, get a little crispy. So now we're gonna add 1 red bell pepper and 4 jalapenos with the seeds removed in a medium dice. After about 2 minutes, you'll see the peppers kind of turn a little translucent, a little soft. That's when you're ready to add 2 ribs of celery and 4 cloves of minced garlic. Make it rain. At this point, because I don't want the garlic to burn, I'm gonna turn the heat down to like a low medium, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Bloop. Now it's time to season it. I have 4 bay leaves. Throw that in there. I've got a half a teaspoon of sage and 2 teaspoons of thyme. I like to use dried herbs because they're really, really potent. And I'm gonna be cooking this for about 20 more minutes, so it really brings out those flavors. Next, I'm gonna add beans that I've already cooked. Now you could cook the beans all together in this dish. You would cook them first and then add things to it. It takes a lot of time, so what I like to do, because I got a lot of zombies out there to fight, I will soak my kidney beans overnight. That following morning, I will put them in a slow cooker, and I put 4 cloves of crushed garlic with it and some bay leaves. And I just let it cook all day while I'm out looking for food or fighting off zombies or whatever it is I do in my fake world. The beans are still with the liquid that I cooked them in. I'm gonna use the liquid in this dish to kind of add some moisture to it. Moist. If you're not using canned beans and you're measuring out your beans, I used about 4 cups and 1 cup of the cooking liquid. All you have to do now is keep an eye on it. You're gonna let this cook down for about 20 minutes on medium heat, stirring occasionally. Okay, we have the rice, we have the beans. Now all we have to do is combine them. But first, I've got my cooked rice right here. What I'm gonna do for the last step is add about, I don't know, a tablespoon of chopped scallions and the zest from 1 lime, and just stir that in. I love using lemon or lime zest at the end of a dish because it really brightens it up. And sometimes, you know, in a zombie apocalypse, you need something to brighten your day. I didn't put any salt or pepper in until the very end. You could certainly add a little bit while you're cooking and then a little bit more at the end for adjustments, but it's my bean dish and I'll do what I want to, do what I want. Anyway, if you like it to be a little bit more soupy, add more of the cooking liquid or even some stock. Or you can let this cook down if you wanted it to be just really thick and hearty. So I'm putting about a teaspoon of salt in here. Some fresh cracked black pepper. Oh, look at it. Just look right at it. You'll see I moved the bay leaves out of the way because if you eat a bay leaf, you actually might die. So be very careful. This last part's the fun part and it's all up to you. You could put the beans in first and then the rice on top, or vice versa. I'm gonna put the rice in first and pour the red beans on top. So that's what's gonna happen. I got a spoonful of rice. We're gonna top it off with some homemade cashew sour cream. If you haven't seen this video yet, check it out on our YouTube. Just a little dollop. And garnish with some parsley. Woo! Fresh sage. And a couple of scallions. And that's it. Y'all know this is my favorite part of every recipe that we make. And that's the taste test. So I'm gonna dive right in here. I'll make sure I get everything here. Go down and get that rice. Such an incredible depth of flavor. I mean, you get that lime from the rice, and then everything that I put into those that bean dish, oh my gosh, it's really, really yummy. That sour cream at the end too. In the fall, this is gonna be perfect. You're done fighting zombies, you're carving pumpkins, and then you're finishing your day off with some nice red beans and rice, vegan zombie style. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys again. I miss you so much. And I'll see you soon. Don't forget, subscribe and survive. Hey everybody, so obviously I've been out of the kitchen for quite some time. I really miss it. I'm glad to be back. But for those of you who haven't been able to keep up to date, I've been spending a lot of my time at the sanctuary out in Byron, New York, and we're gonna post a link to that video below. We have a Facebook page now, so make sure you check that out, and there's a little donate button. All the proceeds right now are gonna go to buying food for all of the animals. So make sure you guys stay up to date with that, and you'll be seeing me a lot more over there. But of course, I'm always gonna be here cooking with you, so I love you guys.